Hello, everybody. This is Anthony from Traders Ultimate Edge. It is January 11th. We'll look at the markets here today. We had a couple of nice trades. First off, we shorted down from VWAP right here. So it's actually a rejection at VWAP on SPY, and we shorted it down. And then later in the day, as we were listening to Powell's confirmation hearing, we saw a push down into a channel on QQQ. We went long with calls right down here, and that's actually going to be posted on our Facebook group, so you can see that trade as well. And our Instagram. We do have an Instagram account now. So those were our 2 day trades today. As you can see, they were both successful. And so the question is, what caused this? Well, remember, we've been talking about what has actually changed since Fed Day, and the answer to that was nothing really. Um, that's what Powell confirmed in his hearing this morning. He said a couple of times, and he used the phrasing. He used a lot of phrasing as "we will adapt to the economy and to job situations, to coronavirus, etc." But everybody was worried about balance sheet runoff because they hadn't talked about it before. And his exact statement, he said this twice, was maybe later this year we think about letting the balance sheet run off a bit. Okay, that statement is not hawkish. Everybody was worried they were going to do everything real quick, real fast, run off the balance sheet, etc. when they did not say that in the last FOMC meeting. Everybody read way too deep into those minutes. Okay? And so when he came out in his hearing today in the Senate, and he said that twice to people that were giving him questions. Finally, everybody's like, "Oh, okay, I guess we can buy and get back into it," and that's what happened. Now, I did have long day trades. I closed my swing today. I was hoping for a push off the bell. We weren't getting it, so I went ahead and closed that swing with a 20% profit. Um, so that's okay. I'm happy with that decision. But other than that, I still do have some SPY calls up at 472, and it is head that direction. Here's what I want to see, and this is why I didn't get in deeper today. This is what I'm waiting for, okay? Let me zoom this out a little bit. Tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. my time. That's going to be 8:30 a.m. market time. Just before the open, an hour before the open, we have CPI coming out, okay? We have the CPI report coming out. That is going to be extraordinarily important with inflation on everybody's mind. If you don't know what that report is, that's a consumer price index report, and it's going to tell us how much inflation the economy had in the last month. This report is very important. Now, if it comes in at estimate, I think that we'll continue to see the markets push back up. If it comes in well below estimate, I think they go up quickly. All right back to all-time highs. If it comes in below estimate, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to come in right at estimate. Okay. If it comes in poorly, if it comes in poorly, we're going right back to this trend line down here. Okay. All these gains from the last 2 days gone. We're going right back to this trend line. If it comes in poorly, in my personal opinion, I believe that's where we're going. Okay. But right now, the market is operating under the assumption that it will come in at estimate. The market's also operating under the assumption that we will probably have, a minimum of 3 rate hikes this year, probably 4. And you can look at that with the Fed funds rate futures. They're operating under the expectation that there may be balance sheet runoff later in the year. We're going to wait and see how it goes, is what Powell said. Okay, which I think is completely true. If you didn't listen to his answers in the confirmation hearing, I really recommend that you do. So these are the assumptions that the market is operating under. None of this is really different from the last FOMC. They didn't use really any of the phrasing in that statement or in his press conference about balance sheet runoff, and that's what got everybody scared. But now that we have a lot of clarification around it, the market is free to relax and drift back higher. I'm not convinced yet, though. Okay? Here's the 2 things I'm looking for. Number 1, we need CPI at estimate or better. Okay? That comes in here. Secondly, we need the market to clear this area. This area was it was like the wick of the top candle on the close on Fed day. Okay, it's December 15. Go back and look at that day. It says 4706, 4711 sort of area, 4712. Just this kind of it's kind of a little zone. We need to get up above it. All right. So if this looks good and we just kind of shoot up here prior to the open, okay, and we're like that, and we come in gapped up here somewhere, I'm going to get long. I'm going to get long in more swing trades. I will add into my SPY swing that I've been holding, and we're going to go ahead and ride that thing back up. But it has to get above this level. Okay, I think once we get above this level, we get up in here, we're going to get more institutional buying. That's what I think is going to happen. Start to get more institutional buying. You see our overnight pivot points are already set. We have one here at 47.21. I want to see us get above this pivot. It'll continue. So at 47.20 is kind of the area that I talked to you guys about a few days ago. That's the area that I wanted to see broken a few days ago. And if you come back over here, you can see the day that we had the drop on the 5th. This area kind of played some support and resistance. So that's the first zone that I want to see broken. Let's zoom back here. Zoom. Okay. We have 47.20. We've got this 47.30 sort of an area. See, it kind of came back right there. And then we're up here a little bit more at this pivot on 40. A little bit here at like 48. And then we're right back to this 46 area. This 46 area is going to be the take profit on my swings is 46. And you can see picked that because we've got a lot of action in this area. I think we at least get to there. I'm gonna take profit on the SPY swings, right? So that's where I am with the markets. This is what we need to watch for, okay? This is very important. So make sure you're up, make sure you're watching it, and we're gonna go from there. I will post anything in the Discord, and yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.